has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
Okay then, let's begin.
It's not going to move because it's not active.
In order to activate...
According to the scan, past the...
We don't have any other leads, so let's head to that statue.
A warrior of the Maasai tribe, a nomadic tribe who predominantly live in Kenya and Tanzania. They have great physical ability and are skilled with spears. They are capable of fighting wild beasts like lions. Among Maasai warriors, those who jump the highest receive the greatest praise.
They're famous for their jumping skills.
If they can beat a lion with spears or their bare hands, they must be really strong. Those who catch fish in bodies of water such as oceans or rivers. They are knowledgeable about the ecology of fish and have many skills that aid them in catching their target. They go out to the ocean pretty much every day, have incredible navigating skills, and a sturdy body.
Sea peoples.
You mean the guys from 1200 AD? Supposedly, they were wiped out by a rival Mediterranean kingdom. Not much is known about them.
Huh?
This door is open.
Is this even a door? It's so thin.
That's just how it is in this world. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Oh, it moves sideways.
We're here.
That's the stone statue without power. Let's get closer and check it. Off and on. Is this the switch for the statue?
How do we turn this on?
Why don't you feel around that area?
What area?
Whatever feels right, Tama.
The robot arm control PC has been activated.
It's on. You're amazing, Tama.
It says, not available, stone statue activated. Wait, so is it on or off?
Maybe you need to flip the switches for all the statues.
Right. According to the somnium scan, there are multiple statues. But let's head back to the device first.
How did you know there was a switch there? How did you know?
Let's go back to the device.
Oh, wait. Can't we go to the other small room from this room?
How would you do that? It's too high. I can't jump that.
All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
A normal jump won't suffice.
We need to think of a way to go up.
Maybe we can do something with the device in the center.
We can go through here.
BBAB activating. In this experiment, you can combine two different brains with different functions to create a new human life form. Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
We just need to choose the left and right brain and combine them like Chikara did.
What can we choose from?
Left, Maasai warrior, fisherman, and A. Right side was astronaut and archaeologist. We can combine different brain functions of the left and right brains and create a new human with characteristics from both.
It seemed like Chikara used that to gain some kind of power earlier. So creating a new human means gaining some kind of superhuman ability.
And you select that power on this?
Oh, I remember seeing another room next to the small room we were in earlier.
Yeah, it was too high, so I couldn't reach.
Maybe we have to give you a power that'll help you get up there.
Worth a shot.
Beginning experiment. Please select left brain function.
The room was high and far. By combining two brain functions that'll allow us to move that distance.
What do you choose, Ryuki?
Please select right, left, Maasai warrior, right, astronaut selected. Starting experiment.
What's going on?
Experiment successful.
Just like I expected.
Combined, a Maasai warrior's leg strength and the atmosphere-piercing power of an astronaut to gain superhuman leg strength.
Tama, you okay?
I have goosebumps.
It said you gained superhuman leg strength.
Maybe we can get to that other room using that power.
That might be it. Let's give it a shot.
This door isn't locked.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay, ready.
Wow!
The experiment worked! Oh, happy, happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again! Oh, the epigenetic ecstasy!
What are we even watching right now?
Oh,
By stimulating the DNA correlating to high leg strength through imagination, it caused a slight transformation in the base sequence. This small change has allowed for surpassing the limit of telomeres. We can do anything in this simulation world. There are no limits. What a wonderful world.
I guess things worked out.
so every time we do something right, we have to watch this creepy old dude ascend into the sky?
You want to join?
Hell no. A stone statue without power.
Activate it.
This stone statue is a racer.
If they mean an autosport driver, those guys are incredibly skilled. They have to make split-second decisions.
That skill might be beneficial in other areas than driving, too.
Not to mention, there is a car right there.
I see. Using the driving skill.
But look, that says trap. Driving skill alone might not be enough.
Maybe we can combine it with a brain function that's good at avoiding traps.
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
Anyway, let's head back to the central room.
This door is open.
I wonder if we can go to...
Let's go find...
We're here.
Looks like we can open it from this side.
Beginning experiment.
The car from earlier.
What do you think fits best?
Please select right, left, right. Starting experiments. Combined, a racer's driving skill and to gain movie protagonist superhuman driving skills.
Guess it's time for love, Dr. Jones.
That should help us dodge any traps.
That's so antiquated. Nowadays, sports cars go up against nuclear submarines.
Oh well, this is Shikara's preference. Now let's go back to the room with the car.
Think we can get there from the passage we came from?
Yeah, that should lead you there directly. We can go through here.
All right.
I'll avoid any traps with elegance and grace. What?
Whoa!
That's the trap? I could have done this on my own.
Tama! Behind you!
Huh? Hold it! Wait! No! I can't do this!
Hey, Tama! The road!
What about the road?
There is no road!
Ah! What are we gonna do?
Step on it!
On what?
The gas! The gas!
The gas! Okay!
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara. Chikara Horadori has done it again. The corpus callosum is here represented by a treacherous ancient ruin. A theory that links this complex and bizarre passage is now complete. But this should be theoretically impossible. No, there is no impossible in this world. Oh, this is not good. Not good indeed.
Kara! Ew!
Why don't you think of it as some kind of reward cutscene?
The fact that I have to force myself to think that already makes it not a reward.
Let's turn it on.
Got it. This stone statue is a gambler.
I guess that means they have guts.
So this gambler is known for winning bets when the chips are down.
That must mean they can win the big ones without flinching.
Now, let's head back to the central room. We can go through here.
Ryuki, you have 5 minutes left.
No!
It's me, Chikara.
What the hell?
This is no good. No good. No good at all. Yes. Now, let's test this. Chikara's right brain reselection.
What's happening?
The room flew away!
The experiment worked! Chikara Horatori has done. This right brain reselection is a function that blows away my past. My right brain can be shuffled back into the deck. Goodbye for...
What are we gonna do?
When we drove through the passageway, Chikara said, theoretically impossible, and so maybe we did something he wasn't expecting. If we use the device to combine two different brain functions...
If we can prevent Chikara from using his right brain reselection thing...
He said something about a memory he doesn't want.
Yeah, but how...
There was something hidden in the room we were in earlier.
We need a big idea.
Beginning experiment. Please select left, NA, right, gambler selected. Starting experiment. Oh, wait. Error.
It's an error.
I guess NA isn't a job.
I wonder what it's for.
What were we supposed to do?
Well, we want to get back that room that flew...
Something that's good at casting and pull.
Yeah, that sounds... Thinking outside the box a little. What skill is good at getting... Get that room back?
Aim and pull.
Oh, okay. We can aim...
Beginning experiment. Please select right, left, right. Starting. Experiment successful. Combined, a tuna fisherman's pulling skill and a gambler's ability to make the right choice. To obtain superhuman luck.
Luck is...
Well, try. Let's fish back the room that flew away. How's it going?
I think I got something!
That must be it! Reel it in!
The experiment worked! Chikara Horatori has done good! The memory I want to leave behind has already been shuffled. This memory's no good either. I thought I deleted it. No. If you succeed with the Eternal Youth experiment, my memory will be discovered. Goodbye.
Chikara's memory was replaced with something else.
But it got replaced with another memory he didn't want seen. It might be worth looking into.
Chikara said that if the Eternal Youth experiment is successful, his memory will be discovered.
So if we complete the research on that device...
We might be able to defeat Instant Death Power Stance Man over there and get it.
That stone statue is a little different.
Yeah, you're right.
that stone statue has...
Chikara's face hastily slapped on.
Chikara said that using Purge, he can create an ageless and undying body.
But if we use the stone statue...
Turn it on.
Oh no.
What's the problem?
Seeing this face... Are you sure about turning it on?
We've invested too much already. There's no other way.
Fine, okay.
Oh, you didn't want to touch the
It would be nice to create eternal youth and life.
And something that will let us get rid of instant death
Beginning experiment. Please select left, right, starting. Error.
It's an error.
I guess NA.
I wonder what it's...
The person who's most obsessed with...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with...
Beginning experiment. Please select left, right, starting error.
It's an error.
I guess NA is...
I wonder what it's for.
These people look for bugs during software development. They are also called QA, or testers. They have the skill to find critical bugs as well as minor mistakes. Some people call them organic machines for how good their reviews are.
Aren't they the people who walk into walls over and over?
They do need a hell of a lot of perseverance.
If there was something off, they might be able to...
Everything about this place is... The person who's most obsessed with eternal...
Another function that'll allow us to deal with
Beginning experiment. Please select left, right, starting experiment. Experiment successful. Combined. A racer's steering skills and a debugger's bug-finding skills. To allow you to turn surprising things.
Turn surprising things? What the?
What could that mean?
Maybe a path opened up somewhere?
If we have time to spare, it might be... Huh?
What happened?
There's something fishy about this door.
How so?
What if I...
What?
This door...
The activation requirement was the racer's... Anyway. What?
Are you sure we can ride it?
It's all... Set sail!
Hey, wait! We can't ride this! What? There's so much water in your brain, we can use you...
Ah, that's a good one. You're funny, Tama.
I'm going to chant Buddhist mantras and...
Thanks. That's...
We can go through here. The person who's most obsessed with each.
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant.
Beginning experiment. Please select right, left, right. Starting experiment. Combined a fisherman's navigating skills and a shaman.
Oh, that's a really.
If we ever end up on the open. We can go through here. Are you sure we can?
It's all. Set sail. Oh, we made it.
Does this mean we finished a long sea venture with a fisherman's navigation skills and a
Chikara really has a.
We can go through here. The person who's most obsessed with each.
Another function that'll allow us to deal with instant.
Beginning experiment. Please select left, right. Starting combined a Maasai warrior's battle skill and Chikara's genetic engineering knowledge to create an undying and unaging warrior.
Funny that the machine is on a first-name basis with Chikara.
Now we can finally beat up instant.
4 minutes now.
Go, Tama!
Let's go! Now! We did it!
The experiment worked. Why should humans die? The research results are now is not.
If Chikara gets in our way again, no amount of time. Let's go!
This stone statue is Chikara's memory that.
Turn it on.
A 9 stone statue.
9. 9 in Roman numerals.
What is the significance of 9?
Maybe he has 9.
Or maybe he's being sued by 9.
This stone statue.
Should we go back to the central?
Let's do it.
We can go through here. Did you decide what 2 brain functions you want?
Yeah.
Beginning experiment. Please select right, left, right. Starting
This again? What? Why?
experiment successful.
Nyzet laws.
NA and 9.
Nice.
Ryuki, this is...
I know. That's 490.
Welcome. I'm the president of the Japanese Knives Laws branch, Tokiko Shigure.
I apologize for visiting so late at night. I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Mr. Ryuki, is it? Mamoru, my secretary, has already informed me. I hear you've come to ask about Jin Furue's murder.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
Who knows?
That's the non-Yupal X, the symbol of knives.
Non-Yupal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-Yupal is the 9th.
So non-Yupal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Knives Laws is derived from 9-exed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Knives Laws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
It was a heat of the moment thing, but I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag, but... what am I going to do now? I've got 10 children to think about. What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do anything, as long as it's not illegal. Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. But he was a piece of human garbage. I slugged him in the face and resigned, then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me. Something funny. There, I said it. Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, Knives is a secret organization hidden from the public.
That's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of Knives, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. Knives is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch. This is a common misconception, but Knives is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes, it's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me. Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed, I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG, just a game, but there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Shikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see. Shikara is a former member of NICE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that NICE created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE. By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
Hey, Ryuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional. Am I correct?
Ryuki, what's gotten into you?
Then please tell me the nil number. If you truly are a Freyer, you should know it. So, you don't know. In other words, you lied.
Oh good, she saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I faked my way through it.
Way to go.
What is a nil number? What is a Freyer? Frey. Right! I remember now!
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with little credibility.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay. What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio de Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
All right, let's start looking around. Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene. Maybe it's for having tea during breaks. Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen. The questions for the quiz also show up here too. Huh. These aren't good for much other than for show.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right! The X-ray!
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death, based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about— Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors. Someplace warm.
Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the—
That way. Over by that red lamp. The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's you-know-what.
Couldn't you have compared it to a fishhook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. A signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
What's this? There's something inside the box.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep. Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply...
But no one was near the switch when the light... Let's try to think of something else.
There were bundled CNTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now for the final question. Why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray. It's because of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Macadamy? Like, the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, Prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse!
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur!
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well, it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward, onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon! It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
Cut! Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary. It all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video. Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT. The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell. So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai.
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket.
There he is!
Ah, shit!
Damn! Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here!
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it!
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said, so me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be. Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set. Yuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I'm not!
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that...
It has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it! I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Well, satisfied?
Hmm.